Croeso, bawb. Diolch am wrando. Welcome everyone. Thanks for listening. Rwan te. Now then. Dyn yn euog o geisio, llofruddio, cyn-bartner, mewn, parc. Man convicted of trying to murder ex-partner in a park. Cyfres pedwar a phennod rhif chant, pedwar saith. Series 4 in episode number 347. Drymiau. Drums. Hello everybody. Just refresh this and off we go. Today's lesson is about drums. Drymiau. We had bass the other day and now we've got drums to go out. So you've got drums and bass. Drum and bass. Heddiw yw dydd Mawrth. Today is Tuesday. Yr 8 ar 20 o Orffennaf. The 28th of July. 2026. 2026. Ac mae hi'n 2 funud ar 20 wedi 9 ar hwyr. Ac mae hi'n 2 funud ar 20 wedi 9 ar hwyr. And it is 22 minutes past 9 p.m. Yeah, and today's episode has links on the website. A link to an article about a company that was trying to standardise some Welsh terms as they were doing an app and something to do with drum design, at a university, and had to find out different terms of people drummers used and stuff like that. And so I've looked at that, and there's other interesting links as well. Sort of people submitting pieces of music at college and documenting, or at university, and documenting the instruments they use and things like that. So some Welsh terminology there for musical instruments and things, recording techniques, etc. There's a chart of instruments on one. Then there's a sort of track by track sort of as you go through the song of a fleur-de-lis song that's for a music GCSE piece. And then there's a link to Google and all the links that you can find for Dean Elfryn, who's a famous drummer. He's in he was done a lot for Sign Records. He's done a lot for David Wrwan recently and other people. Ellen Fleer, all sorts of bands, loads of stuff. Anyway, drummers don't often get mentioned. Often the names get left off things and things like that, recording sessions and stuff. So I'm sure he's done a lot more than, but it shows he's done a lot of stuff. But I bet he's done even more than that. And his father, I've found out from some articles, was a TV producer, and so he was involved with Come On Midfield, and he had some sort of beer mat collection. And he was auctioning it off, and they were off from the pub and the TV show, I think. And so that's interesting, other things you find as you're looking around. So there's a link to that as well, that story. And a company that make drums in Wales, made a drum to celebrate Omar Hyd, or exploit it, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? And he's involved with that as well because he endorsed that. So yeah, endorse, exploit, what you want to call that as well. Only joking. So I've made a little app there as well with drums as well, so you can listen to the different types of drums. So cymbal crash, it's crash cymbal. Hi-hat is hi-hat. Hi-hat agored is open hi-hat. Tom llawr is floor tom. Tom canol is mid tom. Tom uchel is high tom. Cymbal raid is the right cymbal. Drum kickio is a kick drum, and drum gwifrai is the snare. Those are the names for kick drum and snare as well. Some people just say snare, some people use the English names. That's what Dean Elfryn is using in some videos I've found here, even teaching you. There's 5 videos here to do the first beats that you might do. It's interesting. It's in Welsh as well. And he just uses English terms for some of the drums. But this company that in one of the links, they found other terms. They were, It depends what you're doing with it. Often people might use the English word, or there might be a Welsh word, or they might disagree. There might be several Welsh words, whatever. Don't worry about it. Just learn them all. So we've got an article about drums as well. There's an app there for you to click on the drums, see what they sound like and what the names are. And then these videos that I'll show you how to drum in Welsh. And then I've got an article, which I'm just finding the words for now. So, set Drymiau, drum set. Mae set Drymiau, neu set o Drymiau, neu trap set. A drum set or set of drums or trap set. Yn gasgliad o offerynnau taro is a collection of percussion instruments. Fe'i trefnir yw chwarae gan un person. It is arranged to be played by one person. Y drymiwr, the drummer. Mae'n cynnwys drymiau. It includes drums, cymbalau, cymbals, a weithiau offerynnau taro eraill fel cloch buwch neu tambourine, and sometimes other percussion instruments, such as a cowbell or tambourine. Mae'r drymiwr yn eistedd ar orsedd. The drummer sits on a throne, which is a stool. Mae'n defnyddio drymiau. He uses drumsticks, neu frwsys, or brushes, I daro'r drymiau ar cymbalau, to hit the drums and cymbals. Mae pedalau troed yn gweithredu'r drum bass a'r hi-hat. The foot pedals operate the bass drum and hi-hat. The hi-hat is two cymbals put together. When they separate with the foot pedal, it looks like a hat. It's going high off your head, sort of thing. So it's called a hi-hat. Hanes byr, short history, or brief history. Cyn y set drymiau, before the drum sets, roedd offerynnau taro yn cael ei chwarae ar wahân gan wahanol drumwyr. Percussion instruments were played separately by different drummers. Yn yr 1860, so I'm going to say, in the 1860s, dechreuodd drumwyr gyfuno sawl drum. Drummers began to combine several drums. Datblygodd y pedal drum bass yn gynnar yn yr 20fed ganrif. The bass drum pedal developed in the early 20th century. Ludwig a Ludwig. Mil now, dim now. Ludwig and Ludwig, 1909. Daeth y set fodern yn boblogaeth yn New Orleans yn yr 1920. So you say it, 1920s, or a 20. The modern set became popular in New Orleans in the 1920s. Yn enwedig mewn jazz a ragtime, especially in jazz and ragtime. Prif rannau, main parts. Mae set safonol yn cynnwys. A standard set includes drum bass, drum kickio, bass drum, kick drum. Some people say one, some people say the other. Y mwyaf ar isaf ei dôn. The biggest and lowest pitched. Fe'i chwaraeir gyda pedal droed. It is played with a foot pedal. Drum gwifrau yn rhoi'r backbeat cryf. Snare drum gives the strong backbeat. Mae gwifrau metal o dan pen isa yn creu'r sain finiog. Metal wires under the bottom end create the snappy sound. Toms, drymiau heb wifrau. drums without wires. Mae tomau mountiedig a thomau llawr. There are mounted toms, rack toms, and floor toms. Fe'i defnyddir yn bennaf ar gyfer fills a solos. They are mainly used for fills and solos. At the beginning of EastEnders. Oh, the end of EastEnders. Oh, was it gone? I know. I can't think now. I knew what I meant. It's doom, 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 doom. Yeah, you know what I mean. When it ends, them drums that go out. Hi-hat is hi-hat. Par o cymbalau a reolir gan bedel droed. A pair of cymbals controlled by a foot pedal. Gellir ei taro ar agor neu ar gau. They can be struck open or closed. Cymbalau. Raid. Cymbals. Ride. Ar gyfer rhythm cyson. For steady rhythm. Crash. Crash. Ar gyfer acennau. For accents. A weithiau splash neu china. And sometimes splash or china. Gall setiau fod yn fach. Sets can be small. Drum bass. Snare, hi-hat ac un cymbal. Bass drum, snare, hi-hat and one cymbal. Neu yn fawr iawn gyda llawer o domau a cymbalau. Or very large with many toms and cymbals. Chwarae a roll, playing and roll. Mae'r set drymiau yn rhan greiddiol o'r adran rhythm. The drum set is a core part of the rhythm section. Mae'n gosod y curiad ar groove teimlad amser. It sets the beat and the groove time feel. Mae fills llenwadau byr yn ychwanegu amrwywaith a chysylltu adrannau o gân. Fills, short fills, are a variety and connect sections of a song. Mae solos drymiau yn gyffredin mewn jazz, rock a metal. Drum solos are common in jazz, rock and metal. Mae drymwyr yn defnyddio naill a'r grip traddodiadol neu'r grip cyfatebol. Drummers use either the traditional grip or the matched grip, the way the old sticks, whether the old one a bit backwards in the hand sort of thing, or whether they just hold them as just sticks up and down, or whether one feels like it's twisted the other way around to hit the snare in a different way, like a jazz drummer does. Mae'r set drymiau yn cael ei ddefnyddio mewn rock, pop, jazz, blues, hip-hop a llawer o addilliau eraill. The drum set is used in rock, pop, jazz, blues, hip-hop and many other styles. Mae'n rhoi pŵer, rhythm a theimlad i'r gerddoriaeth. It gives power, rhythm and feeling to the music. Okay, so that's the article. Moving down now. Some words. Drymiau from there, like new ones. Drymiau is drums or drum kit. Soft mutation of drymiau. Set is a set or a clique. Gasgliad is collection. Soft mutation of casgliad. Trefnir. There is organising. There will be organising. It's from trefni. It's an impersonal ending. Cymbalau, cymbals, plural of cymbal. Tambourine is tambourine, believe it or not. Orsedd is thrown, soft mutation of gorsedd. Fin is sticks, walking sticks, plural of ffon. Or it can be rungs as well, like the rungs of a ladder. Vrwsys is brushes, soft mutation of brushes. Pedelau or brushes, depends how you're going to pronounce that S. Pedelau, pedals, plural of pedal. Hi-hat is hi-hat. Now, they might just say hi-hat like English, or you might hear an accent or Welsh pronunciation of he-hat, like he-hat, not sure. Drumwear, drummers, plural of drumwr, drummer. Pedal is a pedal. Ugeinfed is 20th. I've put deuddegfed there after. It's ugeinfed, I'm sure. Yr ugeinfed ganrif, the 20th century. Safonol, standard. Dawn is tune, soft mutation of tone. Chwaraeir, there is playing, there will be playing. From chwarae, that's IR ending again, impersonal. Future. Fedel, pedal. A spirit mutation of pedal. Gwifrai, wires, plural of gwifren. Tomai, toms. Mountiedig, mounted. Thomai, toms, aspirate mutation of tomai. Benav, chief principal, soft mutation of penav. Par, pair, a couple. Reolir, there is governing, there will be governing. That IR ending again, impersonal, future. Soft mutation of reolir with a RH instead of reolir, without the RH. Rhythm. Cyson, consistent, constant, regular. Cyson. Akenai, accents, plural of aken. Symbol, spelled with an S in Welsh. Greiddiol, a bit like greiddiol with a W, but not with a W. Greiddiol comes from creiddiol, core, soft mutation of greiddiol. Teimlad, feeling. Llenwadau, fillers or fillings, plural of llenwad. Cyfatebol, answering, corresponding, consistent, fitting, proportionate, equivalent, those sort of words. Teimlad, feeling again, aspirate mutation of teimlad. Okay, and then we got a poem. Well, we got the words for that in a bit, but we'll do the news first instead. Cynllun I adeiladau adweithyddion niwclear ger maes teg yn destun gwrthwynebiad. A plan to build nuclear reactors near Maes Teg is subject to opposition. Ymestyn cynllun cymorth I brynu tai yng Nghymru, extending a support scheme to buy houses in Wales. Caerfyrddin, dymchwel, adeilad siop yn y dref I ddatblygu maes parcio. Carmarthen, demolition of a shop building in the town to develop a car park. Darganfod, corff dyn, aeth ar goll o draeth gerdd Pwllheli yn Aberystwyth. Is that right? Yeah. Excuse me for a second. Okay, so that sort of translates of there's a discovery of a body of a man in Aberystwyth that went missing from a beach near Pwllheli. Darganfod corff dyn aeth ar goll o draeth ger Pwllheli. So that means discovery of a body of a man missing from a beach near Pwllheli yn Aberystwyth. So that's like where it was found, and he went missing from a beach near Aberportheli. Ffermwyr yn cael ei bwgwth gan gangiau sy'n hela sgwarnogod. Farmers threatened by gangs who hunt hares. Yeah. What's the world coming to? Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just looking for something else. And then the lyrics to today's song. The drums in today's song, well, most of the song actually, apart from the poem that's over the top of it, I did nearly 30 years ago. It was recorded in 1998. The drums, I was in a band, a really creative drummer, and one day I had a bit of time in my hand and sampled his drum kit. So went round with a microphone and with a mini disc and got recordings of him doing different hits on his drum kit all over the place. And then I started to use that to program stuff on my computer. Remember, this nearly 30 years ago, one of the early PCs. On Cakewalk I was doing it, piecing it all together from my mini disc samples, converting them on the computer, and then using them in Cakewalk to put them together, I think. And then, so I was trying to program the drums as if a real drummer was playing them, and then this is the result. So these are the words of the song. Drymiau, drymiau, drum. Drymwr, drumwyr. And that is drumming, drums, drum. Drummer, drummers. Gwneud rhywfaint o sŵn. Making some noise. Tomau a symbolau ym mhob man. Toms and cymbals everywhere. Boom, boom, boom ar y drum. Boom, boom, boom on the drum. Dde, chwyth, dde, chwyth. Right, left, right, left. Rhythm cerdded. Eisteddar yn syth. Walking rhythm. Sit straight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Mae cadw'r curiad yn cymryd cryn dipyn o'r ymdrech. Keeping the beat takes a bit of effort. So that's the words today. This is the song. Ta-da! Yeah, I forgot to say it. I've always been sort of obsessed with drums. When I was a young lad, I used to draw out patterns on the radio. Bear in mind, this is about 1982. So I used to draw patterns with the grids before I even knew what they were, the drums and stuff. And then in the mid-80s, when a friend had an Amiga, he had some software, I started to program beats then on that. And then not long after, I got an Atari ST with MIDI and Cubase, and then, and other stuff. And then, so that's what's led on to programming drums. But now I'm learning how to play them as well. So that's a bit about what's going on with this episode, and just researching what the drums are called and who people are, and that kind of where it takes me, and learn new words, whatever. Yeah, here it is. This is the song. Bye. Drymio, drymiau, drwm, drwmrwr, drwmwyr, gwneud rhywfaint o sŵn. Tomau, symbolau ym mhob man, bwm, bwm, bwm ar y drwm. Dde chwith, rhythm cerdded, eistedda yn syth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, mae cadw'r curiad yn cymryd cryn dipyn o ymdrech.